What's up, y'all? This is Trav from WeGotBeats.com, and today I just want to do a beat making video using my new free sample pack, Vinyl Treats. It's got 8 samples in it, and you can get it from my website. All you gotta do is put your email address and you get it. So without further ado, let's listen to this. I got one of the samples already picked out, and I got my chops laid out, but I just want you to hear it, and then we'll get into actually making the beat. So yeah, this is a really dark sample. It's got that vinyl crunch to it. Sounds like a library record, but it's all original, composed by me. And I got it chopped up into 1/8 notes so we can do some chopping. I think I want to use the first part and then the third part, which is the bells, and then the end. So let's go through and lay out our patterns. We'll scroll down here and just... Damn it. Okay, let's listen to what we got. Alright, so we got that. Let's add the bells next. And then the last part. Alright, so we got 3 parts, and I think after we get the basic beat done, then I'm going to do some like DJ Premier type chops from the end or the beginning. But what I want to do, what I want to focus on first is the bell sound. We'll come over here to the pattern, lay out the bells, and then I kind of like how that swing is going. So let's go ahead and do our drums. I usually come over here to pattern 9 or pattern 8, and that's where I lay down my drums. So let's do that. And I don't know, what kind of drums do I want to use? I don't think I'm gonna use my my own sample pack, because I'm still putting it together, mixing it and everything. So I'm not gonna use my drum pack this time. I'm gonna use the Semantics. Let's scroll up. Semantics. I really like these kicks, the drill kicks. It's nice and punchy, and they pretty much work for any beat that you need to use them for. So I like this one. We'll open a new channel, and then come over here. We'll play the song, and then mess with the velocities. Add some swing. And I'm thinking I want to use the Cooking Soul Low Bap Volume 3 drums. Maybe like a... I don't know if I want to use a snare or a rim. Let's listen to the sounds. I kind of like that. And we're going to throw shit into the mixer. Maybe some hi-hats. Let's look through this and maybe add some hi-hats. And for my hi-hats, I like using my MIDI controller just to throw them a little bit off beat. That way it adds some human feel. So let's come over here, notes and automation, and then we'll play it out. Yeah, I like that. So let's listen to what we got. Yeah, I like that. And it's going to be a very simple, basic beat. We'll throw that into the mixer, and then we'll come over here to we'll put that right here. Make this the intro, and this will be the verse. It'll come straight into the verse. Copy and paste that, and then I think for this third, we'll come in at the 12 bar mark and put that in there. And then copy and paste. Actually, you know what? I think this third one, I want to make the hook. So we'll come over here, and then we'll copy and paste this part. And then we'll listen to what we have. Actually, on second thought, I think I want to make this the first part of the hook. We'll put this right over here for right now. And then this will be the second part of the hook. Put that together. And the bells will be the verse. We'll just have the bells be the entire verse. Come over here and then copy and paste that. Well, hold on. Copy and paste this. And that will be our verse. And then we'll have this be the hook. And we'll listen to what we got. Okay, on second thought, I think I want to make this the end part of the verse, and then this will be the entire hook. So let me drag it over here, or the middle of the verse. Yeah, I like that. So we got our basic beat. What I want to do is I want to come over here. We'll highlight this 4 bars, and we're going to add a bass. Now, I really like trolling producers on FL Studio because everybody talks shit about this plugin, but we're coming to Boo Bass, and we're going to see if this works. Sometimes it works, sometimes it don't, but I'm going to load up Boo Bass. We're going to turn the bass all the way up in the mid and treble down. And then I'm going to come over to my key station, my Novation FL key, turn up the octave, and we're going to figure out a bass line. I think something like that. We'll come to pattern 8, and we'll lay that down in the playlist, and then come over here to notes and automation. We're going to record that. Hold on, messed up. Alright, so we got our bass line, and we'll quantize that. Quantize it, make sure everything's good. Make sure it's on beat. Turn this velocity up. We'll just kind of check and move things around, making sure everything's good and on beat. That looks good. That looks good. Alright, and then we're going to select all of that and bring it down a couple octaves. So maybe right here. Let's listen. Ooh. Yeah, like this. Yeah, that's gutter. Turn that down a little bit. Yeah, I like that. Alright, so the basic beat is finished. All I'm going to do now is we're going to do some mixing. I'm going to go above and beyond on this video, and I'm going to show you how I mix my beats. So let's go over here to the playlist. We're going to drag that bass line out, and then we're going to do some gain staging right here. Turn that all the way down, and we'll start with the sample. And a good rule of thumb is you want that sample to be about -9 dB. And then we'll do the kick. And I like to make that 6. And the rim shot right under that. And the hi-hat. Just where it feels good, where it feels right. And then we'll do the bass line. You want to make that about -10. We'll turn those velocities up a little bit. Alright, so we got the basic outline. And I'm going to come over here to the SSL EV2 channel rack from Waves. And I've mixed so many beats that I have my own presets, and usually I don't have to tweak them because I've done this so much. So we'll come to WGB sample. Yeah. And then we'll come over here to the kick, and we're going to use the DBX 160 mono. If you want your punchy drums, you definitely want that DBX 160. And we'll do the same thing with the rim shot mono. Yeah. Yeah. And then we're going to come over here to the bass line, pull up the Fruity Parametric EQ, and then we'll select bass. And all this is doing is taking some of that high end off and ducking at 100 hertz so that kick can shine. And then we'll come over here to the R bass mono. That's the secret sauce. And we'll turn down the intensity. Yeah, like that. And then we'll come over here to the EV2 again. Select the bass preset. Turn that down a little bit to where it feels right. It's all about where it feels right. Alright, so we got that. Now, what I think I want to do is I want to add some parallel compression just to beef up the drums a little bit and get them sounding together and concise. So we're going to come over here to Insert 6. We're going to call it Paracomp. Change the color. And then I have a chain already that I've set up. We're going to come to the Pewtech EQ. And then I have a preset right here, which is just boosting up that 100 hertz and brightening the high end at 12 kilohertz. So we're going to come to the R compressor stereo, and I have a preset for that. And then we're going to just select the drums and bass, and then we're going to route to that track, and we're going to tuck it underneath and listen to what we got. Yeah. Yeah, I fuck with this shit. I like that. Alright, so let's listen to what we got from the beginning to end. Ooh. Yeah. Yeah, I fuck with this shit. Alright, now for the hook, I think I want to switch up the bass. I want to switch this bass up. So we're going to come over here and copy and paste this, put it on pattern 7. And we're going to do some switch up with the bass on the hook. I think that'd sound really nice. So let's come over here and actually we're going to highlight this, loop that. And I think what I want to do is like a doom, doom, you know, something like that. Yeah, that. I like that. We'll get rid of this and maybe switch it on the turnaround. So we're going to copy and paste this 3 times. Have it repeat 3 times, and then we'll go back into the original. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's the way I want it. Or you know what? We'll copy and paste this one more time. Let's listen to that. Yeah. Yeah, I like that. So I pretty much got the beat done at this point. What I want to come and do on the intro is the first thing. Actually, I gotta separate the drums first. So let's come over here and separate them on their individual tracks. Let's do that first. Copy and paste this. And I'm going to show you why I'm going to do this here in a second. Alright, so what I'm going to do is for the intro, I want to have this hi-hat come in on the last bar, half bar, and then have that rim shot come in and then duck the sample. Let's hear what that sounds like. And I think what would sound really nice is if we select these two bar. Well, let me zoom in real quick. If we select this 2-bar section, we'll come to the mixer, and then on the rim shot, we're going to come to the Fruity Reverb 2. And I have a preset for that called the snare verb. And we're going to mute that, create the automation clip, and then we're going to put our points right there. Yeah, I like that. So we're going to duck it under the drums, and I think I want to do that on the end of the verse right here. So we're going to do the same thing right here, and the beat is pretty much done now. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to make this 2 verses, not 2 bars. We're going to make it a 2-verse song, and then we're going to have the outro for 8 bars. So we're going to get rid of this, and then we're going to highlight the last 8 bars, and we'll come over here to the master channel, create automation clip, and fade it out. And then we're going to come all the way to the beginning, and we're going to start processing the master bus. So we're going to come to the Fruity Parametric EQ master, and that's just going to be ducking. We're going to be filtering off that 20 hertz right here, and everything above 20 kilohertz. And then we're going to come over to the SSL comp stereo, and I like using the De Pensado 1, get rid of the analog, and then have the L1 Ultra Maximizer limiter. We're going to just do a 0.01 out ceiling auto release, and then we're going to come to the meter. And what I shoot for on my beats is anywhere between -8 to -12, wherever it feels right. You want to make sure that it's loud enough to be competitive, but I like to have the dynamic still. So let's listen to this. So that sounds right. It kind of sounds like some Benny the Butcher shit. and that's the beat. So if you want this sample pack, if you want to fuck with this sample, and there's 8 in here. There's 8 samples. You can get it for free on my website. All you gotta do is put your email address in, and you get access to it. And if you like this beat, go ahead and subscribe. Like and subscribe this video. It means a lot to me. And take care, guys.